All right, y'all, now that we have taken a piece of clay from our bag, it's time to wedge that clay. Some things we need to remember about wedging is there's two reasons why we wedge. One is to remove air from our clay. If we have air bubbles in our clay, we're gonna end up with cracking issues, a lot of issues that come with throwing and running into those air bubbles, as well as we want to create a consistent texture. Sometimes the inside of that clay is more moist than the outside, so we want to mix that clay together and create a good working body of clay. So the first style we're going to learn is called ram's head wedging. The other style we'll learn is cone wedging. So to start this process, we want to have a table about hip width. Okay, we're going to use the fatty part of our palms to push at this clay into the table at a 45. Put our palms together, we're going to push it to a 45 into the table, just like so. Then we're going to use our fingertips. We are going to lift that clay up to the peak here, to this top section. We're not going to roll it up like a burrito, we're going to lift it up to there. And then we're going to press back through the clay again at a 45, palms together. Okay, we're going to repeat that process, making sure that our pinkies cover over the sides to make sure we don't grow big old horns on this. And we're going to continue that process over and over, kind of rocking on the balls of our feet to create this type of a shape. Notice that the working area, most of the clay is in the front of my hands, and then I have this little tongue that sticks out the back. Okay, that's ram's head wedging. We're going to do that a whole bunch, and then we're going to make smaller and smaller wedges, getting rid of that tongue, and then we're going to have something that looks like this. Okay. From here, we just need to make this into a cone in order to use on the wheel. So I'm going to place it in my palm, and I'm going to smack it at a 45-degree angle as I rotate it. That's going to create a cone. And then the bottom here is extremely important. We need to roll this bottom to create a dome. Okay, we do not want a cupped surface or a convex surface that will catch air when we put it on the wheel. So we set it here, grab the point. We're going to roll it in small circles with a little bit of down pressure, and that's going to create that convex dome. Okay, so that is ram's head wedging into a cone. The other style of wedging is called cone wedging. It's advantageous for large amounts of clay. It's also advantageous to end up in a cone shape. So in order to do that, I'm going to place my right hand at a 45-degree angle on the clay here. Okay, and I'm going to push through this palm just like ram's head wedging into the table at a 45, just like that. And notice it's slanted off here. Okay, there's a lot of clay here. I'm going to rotate backwards with my right hand, my left hand, and I'm going to tip it up towards the point just slightly, and I'm going to repeat that process. Back and over, and notice I only have a little bit of clay here, most of the clay's here, and I'm going to repeat those process, and I'll keep my hands connected to the clay the whole time, like so. Again, notice that the working clay is in front of me, it's not behind me. There's very little here in this tongue. I'm going to repeat that over and over and over. And I have to wedge this a whole bunch. The bubbles that are in the center take a while to get out. So make sure you wedge plenty. Once you're ready to make this into a cone to be thrown on, we got to roll this up using smaller and smaller wedges, making sure not to trap any air. Okay, now we have our cone. But again, just like the ram's head wedging, we don't want this concave dip here. Okay, so to get rid of that, I'm going to set it down, roll the point until I have a convex dome. Okay, and then this piece of clay has been wedged to remove the air and in order to make a consistent texture, and it is ready to throw on the wheel. Good luck, y'all.